So today I'm going to show you guys I'm going to try and show you how the four-wheel drive system works on the Hilux, and if this is a capable four-wheel drive vehicle for Africa, overlanding vehicle. Let's talk you through the system, how it works, what it does and what it can do. So first, let's deflate some tires. Okay guys, so if you do some self-traveling, self-driving here in Africa, for now we're in Botswana, you will get across a lot of washed out roads. This is what you can expect if you do travel off the main tourist kind of tracks that's been there. And yeah, to know your vehicle is best. So I'm gonna go down here now. I hope you guys can see it on the other camera. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm in H4, but I will be going to low range 4 just to keep it steady down here, just so I can have more control of the vehicle. And yeah, let's go down there. So I haven't got a spotter with me today, so I've been down there to check to set up the camera. So I've chosen my line. I just hope I can stay on it, but it's not too difficult. Just a little bit of washed out track, not too much to worry about, and should go down here very, very easily. I've also got downhill assist in this vehicle, but I'm not using it at the moment, which I can actually use it. Really helps for these kind of scenarios, but it's not too steep. So oh, there we go, there we through that first part, nice and smooth. Foot is off everything. Low range is just keeping the vehicle so smooth and slow and steady. So I've got this spot here now. I just wanted to tell you guys about the four-wheel drive systems. So I think from the 2016, the 2.8 and the 2.4 Hilux, the 4x4 models come with two types of traction control systems. The one is the passive traction control, which is the standard one across most vehicles, and then they've also got the A-track system. The Toyota A-track, it's the active track system. So this works best in a cross axle situation where you've got your two opposite wheels spinning. and then it picks up those wheels are spinning, so it uses the brakes to put on brakes there. And then, although this vehicle also has a rear diff lock, so you can put that on. But yeah, this also has the awesome 8-track system, which is actually works very, very well. Now we're going to do a test quickly on the normal passive traction control. So I've got the vehicle, let's switch it in drive. I've got it in high 2, which is your normal standard driving mode, which you use on tar. High 2, no 4-wheel drive, got it in drive, and we're just gonna go forward. So I've got a piece of road here that I've driven around a few times quickly just to loosen up the sand a bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throttle the vehicle, give it some momentum, give it throttle. And what this will do is this will actually try and get the vehicle through this sand without getting stuck, if it's physically possible. So it cuts the throttle. You can have it full throttle. If it picks up wheel spin, it will cut the throttle, and it will just slowly try and get you out of the situation in normal 2-wheel drive mode. So okay, so we are in 2-wheel drive high normal driving mode. I'm in the sand. Let's just get a bit of momentum, starting to jump. I'm going to place full throttle, and it's just bouncing. Just leave the throttle a bit, just keep it there. I'm at full throttle now, and it basically got me out of the sand. So let's just turn around here. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drive that way, I'm going to come this way. I'm going to be in 2-wheel drive, and I'm going to hit the throttle and turn 90 degree or fast as I can. And what it will do is the passive traction control will cut the throttle, helping me not to slide out the rear of the vehicle. So let's do that quickly. Okay, so I am in 2 high. I'm gonna take off in front of the camera. I'm gonna do a turn, vicious turn, and see how this helps the vehicle's rear not to slide out. This is on the passive traction control. Let's go. So I'm going, giving it full throttle, and I'm going to turn, and it cuts the throttle immediately. Okay, so that's the passive traction control. It will try and get you out of a tricky situation if physically possible. Let's go into the 4-wheel drive mode. So this vehicle has got 4-wheel drive high range and 4-wheel drive low range. Okay, so very important, when you go into a high range, do it on the move. In 4-wheel drive high range, do it on the move. It hasn't got synchros in the box, so basically your 2 gears, if you're standing still and you want to switch into, it's not going to select 4 high. It needs to turn those gears so it can lock in, and then you in 4-wheel drive high. So do it on the move. You can actually switch to 4-wheel drive high up to 100 kilometers an hour in this vehicle, and you can stay in 4-wheel drive high up to 160 or wherever you want to go in 4-wheel drive high. If you go onto a gravel road, sandy road, icy road, wherever you are, switch to 4-wheel drive high as soon as you go onto not a tar or a paved road. As soon as you go off-road, switch it to 4-wheel drive high. Yes, it's a bit more heavy on the fuel consumption, but the traction and the stability and the control you get out of 4-wheel drive high makes up for that fuel consumption. Yeah, it's incomparable. Just switch to 4-wheel drive high. 4-wheel drive light on the dashboard is green. It will come up. If it doesn't select, it will just flash. You need to be on the move. It will select 4-wheel drive, and you know you are in 4-wheel drive. So in 4-wheel drive high, we now have active traction control as well, and still our passive traction control. Stability control is also still on, so you can swing the vehicle around. It will try and keep the vehicle on its wheels, and it's all safety features. So it's all tools in the toolbox, and you just need to use the tools. Okay, so that was a 4-wheel drive high. Very easy, very simple. Now we're going to 4-wheel drive low. So your 4-wheel drive high, the light is on, showing, it's there. So now if I want to switch it to low, I don't know if you can hear that beep, but the 4 low light is flashing. So it's telling you I'm trying to do my job, but you have to do your job first before we can go into 4 low. So all you need to do is switch it to neutral. You switch it into neutral, it locks on. So you need to switch it into neutral in 4-wheel drive high for 4-wheel drive low to kick in. Now you can switch to drive and you can take off, and you're in 4-wheel drive low now. So this is the full shebang. If you are in 4-wheel drive low, your passive action control is off. You haven't got that passive action control. You can now roll it over if you want to, and this is the most capable state this vehicle is in now. So it is very capable of doing very bad obstacles or extreme obstacles. It's a very capable vehicle. I enjoy this vehicle. But yes, we are in 4 low now, and you can feel the power is much more. There's much more grunt down there. You haven't got that free feeling. If you put your foot down, the power is there. You can put your foot down and it will go. There's no more passive traction control, so there's no more cutting of the throttle. That is basically it. You can't go from 4-wheel drive or from 2 high to 4 low. You need to go in 4 high first, switch to neutral, select to 4 low, switch into drive, and there you go. And the next mode I want to talk to you guys about now. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw on this transmission, this is a 6-speed automatic transmission with drive, and you've got the S, which a lot of people call sequential, but it's actually your shift range. And when you select that immediately, let me just get this. Okay, so this is your transmission now. If you select it to S, what will happen is on your dashboard you will see the S. It's an S4 now. This is actually not 4th gear. Okay, so the number that's shown here, that is your ceiling gear. So if you go down, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've basically got an automatic manual now. You can drive it in manual. I like this, as when I pull my trailer with the automatic, the downshift isn't quick enough for me. So I switch it to my shift range, and you can actually adjust it. When you're going to shift, it starts at S4, but you can adjust it to going to S3 immediately. I like it in S4 because when I'm towing the trailer with the running brakes, I hit it to S4 below, say 100 kilometers an hour, and it downshifts, and I can then downshift the vehicle, helping me with braking the vehicle and of course the trailer behind me. So I actually enjoy this. I enjoy this mode. I enjoy driving like this when I'm towing the trailer. The interesting thing about this is usually when the guys say put it to manual, select 2nd gear, and you are now in 2nd gear. But on the Toyota gearbox, it actually works a little bit different. The number you see here is your ceiling gear. So this is the gear. This is your top gear. So if you select 4th, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your ceiling gear. It will give you all the gears in there. It's not locking onto 2nd gear, which is nice. So if you, I'll try and show you guys the shift change this thing does when you lock it into. I like to keep it in, if I'm doing low range, when I'm going to go through the sand now, I'm going to put it into 3rd. I'm going to start there, and I'm going to pull off, and I'm going to give it full horns. And the speed this gearbox changes is just, it's amazing. You can just throw it and it will go. So that's why I like 3rd gear. And most low range sandy situation where I need to go through, I'll lock it into 3rd and I'll just give it horns. So let's show you guys. I'm going to go that side. Just going to set up the camera quickly outside for you guys to see. I'm going to park it there. I'm going to select 3rd and I'm going to hammer it, and let's see what it does. Before we go into the low range test, let me tell you guys quickly. In the Hilux you've got a eco mode and a power mode. So what this does is it's like a little mapping of the ECU. Power mode, eco mode. Let's talk about eco mode first. So eco mode is basically for your high torque, low RPM. So accelerator feels sluggish, but it keeps it below 2000 RPM in that torque band, so that better for fuel consumption, and it works well on wet grass or ice. If you're going to drive on ice, something like that, doesn't pick up the revs that quickly, just keeps it in the torque band nice and slow. Then you've got power mode. So power mode will take your revs up to 3.7, which is your max. For your kilowatts, that's for overtaking. So you need your maximum kilowatts at the highest RPMs, and that's basically for overtaking, or if you're going through sand. Now if you select for low, switch on power mode, you've got a beast of a vehicle that will just fly through the sand. I'll show you guys now how that works. But then also you've got the mode in between. So if you switch eco mode, the eco light will come on. If you switch power mode, the power light will come on the dashboard. If you switch power mode again, there's no light. So this is a self-learning light, or self-learning mode in the transmission, where it will have a look at your driving style, how you're accelerating, how you're braking. If you're going to drive sluggish, it's going to be like the eco mode. It's going to be sluggish. If you hammer the throttle, it's going to pick up you hammering the throttle. It's going to switch to power mode. So that's more like a self-learning, and it's very quick to do that. So okay, so the test now is we're in 4-lane row, or four-wheel drive low range. We're in 4-wheel drive low range now. I'm going to press the power mode button. This is going to give me a maximum kilowatt. I'm through sand. This is not the thickest sand, but it's going to show you what it does. And then I'm going to select, going to drive over to sequential or shift range. I'm going to select third gear. I'm going to drop the handbrake, and I want you guys to listen to what the gearbox does, how it shifts. So it's in first now, in 4-wheel drive low. So I'm going to put foot down now. I'm going to hammer it, and you will see at the speed this gearbox shifts, which is actually awesome. So I'm just going to take off, and I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I'm going to turn around from a standstill again. I am going to foot down, and then of course if you drive it slowly in 4 low, it's going to feel like a manual actually. So that's how quickly it actually shifts. One last time, I'm going to go through the thick sand here. You guys can't probably see this now, but I'm just so that's basically 4-wheel drive low. Switch it to shift range, third gear, keep it there, and just pump the throttle. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take a trip here down the riverbed and see if I can find some sort of situation where I can show you guys how the A-track, the active track works. I'll need some sort of cross-axle situation, so let's take a drive and see if we can find any to show you guys how that works. Cross axle washed out little road here. Hopefully I can get wheel lift for you guys and show you guys exactly what the active track does. Otherwise, let's see. Okay, so we're in drive, we're in 4-wheel drive high. We're gonna select neutral. We're gonna switch on our 4-wheel drive low. Okay, so we are now in 4-wheel drive low. Let's just select second gear and I'm gonna crawl through this and let's see what happens. So in 4-wheel drive low we are, A-track is active. Okay, so it seems like we've got some wheel lift at the back now. Problem is it's going and I don't need to input anything on the throttle. Just waiting for it to get stationary. So remember, we need wheel spin. We're getting wheel spin front right and it's kicking in and I'm through. So that's what happened. Got a bit of wheel spin, active track kicked in, got me traction on the other wheels and I could go through the obstacle. So let me see if I will be able to turn around and maybe go back through there again. I definitely had some wheel lift, right front and left rear. You can actually feel the vehicle just swiveling on the 2 axles or on the 2 wheels. So that is actually what I wanted. So let's just go back through there, get the front angle of that, and hopefully it can. Problem is I didn't really need to give much throttle input on that obstacle. So let's see now. coming through this side now again. I'm gonna pick up the right front, or it should pick up the left front wheel actually. I'm getting wheel spin, and then it kicks in, and then it pushes me forward. Wheel spin again. Wheel spin, and then it kicks in. And then it drops down to the front. I hope you guys saw that on the video. I'm getting wheel spin again. I'm waiting for the active track, and then it pulls me through. So there you have it, guys. That's Toyota's 8-track system. Works a dream. I'm glad I could actually show you guys how it works. And yeah, if you like this video, just remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Comment below what else you want to see on this vehicle, and then we can take it from there. So cheers, bye.